Hyrox London 2024 at the Olympia. We've just done our race and we did it in
1 hour 12.
So it wasn't a PB. We weren't actually planning on doing it because of your back.
I was meant to go a bit slower than what I did, wasn't I? I said
you were like, we'll take it steady, and then off she went, and then that was the end of that. I was on her heels for all of it.
No, but we did take it steady at the beginning and then kept it consistent, didn't we? All our runs are quite consistent.
Yeah, consistently, but slower than what we've done it before.
Yeah.
But we still did it, we still completed it.
Yeah.
Is it a good thing to do to race when you've got niggled injuries? Probably not.
Yeah, not. But I saw physio, and the physio did say, if you feel all right, then don't. He didn't tell me that I can't do it.
So yeah, completely different setup to last year's Olympia. It's very windy. Good thing or bad thing?
I don't know. It made it interesting, but you did have to move around people.
Oh, it was busy. The running track seemed really busy, but then looking at some of the stations, it's busy now on the ski ergs, but a lot of the other times I think it didn't seem that bad. But sometimes running you got stuck behind a lot of people, or I got stuck coming out of the rower, and then there's people in front. You ran off.
Yeah.
I couldn't get past them.
You were chasing me.
So, but as an actual venue, they're always good.
And the aircon's good here this time. Last year I don't remember feeling it.
It feels hotter when you're watching it as a spectator compared to when you're actually out there on the track. Don't get me wrong, it's hot.
I enjoyed the sled push because it was easier. Felt easier in sled push. Sled pull, you didn't like it. So Steve's not very well, be honest, you've not been very well.
I'm not going to give excuses so far we didn't do whatever. I don't like that. We did what we could do on the day. I found everything quite hard. It was all with the new kit, which to be fair, I found pretty much exactly the same as the old kit. There was nothing where I was like, sleds feel easier.
Oh, the farmer's carry didn't whack my legs as much.
I never noticed that anyway, because when we're sharing it, we're only doing it for hardly any time anyway. So it's not like a big part of the race. So all the kit was nice, as normal, well organised.
Yeah.
Everything planned out well. Check-in was really easy. What else about the venue?
Well, catch up with it after this because my back's killing.
Right, okay. But yeah, a bit from the venue. We'll finish it off somewhere else.
Yeah, the hotel.
So we came to London Olympia in May 2023 for our first Hyrox in London, our second one overall.
Fifth yesterday. Yesterday's one in London Olympia was pretty different to a year ago in London Olympia.
So different, looks different, felt different.
Track was laid out completely different. The venue was bigger. They took over 2 halls rather than 1.
Yeah.
And that made everything completely different, and you can't compare really what time you got a year ago to today. And this is something to go over as well. We all want to try and do better on everything we're doing, but it's so hard to compare from one race to the other. And now when the venues change how they set things up and how they do things, it's hard to even compare one year to another at the exact same event, because it isn't the exact same event anymore. So what did you think to the track layout? We'll start with that.
When I saw the layout on the maps that they send out, I thought, that don't look good.
Very windy.
Yeah, it was windy, but then it's almost like you're not doing the same thing over and over again, so it was a bit more interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, I never really seemed to know where I was.
I know you didn't, but that's because you was exhausted.
On a lot of the tracks, you kind of go, you know you're here, you can see where the in and the out bits are for the whole time you're running. On this one you didn't, because you're going round bends and round everything else. It was a little bit like, well, we're running, but how far away are we from the next bit? The first run was a different distance to the next 6 runs, and the last run was a shorter one.
So the venue, for spectators, we were just walking all over the place. You couldn't. It wasn't easy to navigate, which isn't a bad thing. I think they're improving it year on year, aren't they? There's more facilities. The toilets were good, plenty of toilets. We found a toilet, didn't we? Disabled one.
It was a disabled one, and the
hidden.
Kids a baby changing room round the back.
Round the back. We went round the back, and no one was there. And it was just perfect. I must have had about 3 toilets before we started. Then the warm up wasn't the best, if I'm honest.
Well, what I'd say on the warm up areas, it might have been one of the biggest warm up areas that there's been at an event. I just think it's just so busy.
Your brain's. He never remembers anything. It's definitely not the biggest.
They had 5 treadmills at this one. I've never seen 5 treadmills at another event.
The one at Manchester was really good.
I think there was 3 treadmills at Manchester. But there was just then queues to get on a treadmill to do a warm up. So you could get on a ski erg. There's probably 3 of them, but managed to get on a ski erg. Same with a rower. We never tend to push or pull the sleds as part of a warm up.
No,
anyway, we wouldn't do that as a warm up in the gym, so we didn't do that here. It was a decent size, I think, warm up area, but because it is so busy, it's just chaotic. But
tell us if you actually warm up properly, because we don't think we've ever warmed up properly.
No, not like we would have at the gym. I'd always like to do like a kilometre run. What we could have done here is run outside. You could have done a bit of a run outside. There's space to run about. You can definitely make it work. So that was the warm-up area. What else was there? Oh yeah, so for all I tell on the spectator bits, there was lots of stairs up and down and winding around, finding places and going through the shop. And like one part of the track was in one bit, another part of the track was in another bit. It all worked, didn't it? I still think it's a really good venue and it was really well organised. I know some people were saying there wasn't any chalk. Again.
Yeah, but I'm not bothered. I don't use it. And the rock zone was smaller. I like rock zone. There was just water everywhere. But they brought in electrolytes drink instead of as well as Red Bull and water. I don't stop for drink. Did you?
I grabbed a quick drink.
I knew you was going to say that.
As we headed to the rower.
I gave them strict instructions to not have a drink.
Right. If you're training with somebody, make sure that you follow your own advice. And if you want to get a drink. Get a drink.
No, no wonder we could have got 3 seconds off our time.
Or if you'd have had a drink, you might have been able to do more wall balls at the end. Who knows?
Yeah, whatever.
Who knows?
I just do more burpee broad jumps, so I thought payback. Anyway.
You decide what you want to do with grabbing drinks. But there's drink stations which are easy to get drinks from. What else was there at the venue? There's bits to eat. There's places to grab some food and a coffee. Not that we did.
No, you didn't.
There's loads of places outside as well.
It's talking about our performance. This is going to come in the next video where we'll talk about our performance and what happened. Because if you do watch us continuously on YouTube, it will make sense. If you just keep dropping in on the odd video, then you probably don't know what I'm talking about right now. But we will do another video and that'll follow on from this one. So,
well, the plan wasn't to do it. And we'll go through in another video why we did do it. And I think people will realise why we did.
Yeah, and
even though maybe we shouldn't have done.
And
we'll do that as a separate video. But overall,
and there's a plot twist for this as well. But we'll tell you about that as well.
But overall, Hyrox London as a venue was excellent. Again, everything was really well organised. Checking in time took zero time whatsoever. Easy. You don't need to go to the early registration and booking with them. You can if you want, but we haven't queued. We haven't queued really to book in for the last few events. There's lots of people on. There's lots of people helping. The support from everybody was great. Normal thing. Venue was good. Atmosphere was amazing. The sun was shining through, wasn't it?
It was doing my head in, that sun. Yeah, that's the only thing with London Olympia. When the sun hits in the middle, that's where it's hot, but the aircon was really good on the tracks.
Yeah, there was aircon when you were running. It actually felt warmer watching as a spectator as it did than when you're running. So I think mainly the aircon was round where the running track was.
Yeah.
And you definitely felt it. That was definitely a nice little bonus.
Yeah, I didn't get as sweaty as I normally do. That's because we didn't push as hard, but that's again.
Definitely pushed hard.
Well, I didn't.
Oh, you just took it easy?
Yeah, I did. It was beginning for sure. Top tip, even though it's nothing to do with the venue, don't look at the Hyrox community before doing your race because it will just put fear of God in you. So the amount of questions get asked about how many laps and how many this, and everyone's getting nervous about the laps. Just don't look at things that's going to stress you out, because I stopped looking in the community because it does put you off.
Yeah, because people are more likely to post negative than are positive.
Yeah.
And the laps was quite easy, really. The board didn't always work, though, which I was trying to look at.
People got penalties for no... Oh, did you try and look at it? I didn't even
I
notice
always try and look at it just to make sure.
And what did it say?
Well, normally it'd say if you're going to go to run next or workout next. Most of the time, our names come up. Sometimes it even must have come up that quick and went because there's so many people, or it just didn't come up on the board. Normally, Steve is the watch guy. Not for this race. Yeah. Gave up on that. So annoying, but that's part of our next story. You never asked once though, because it was easy to count the laps. Because it was only 2 laps, it was easy. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that was interesting. You never asked me once, is this our time to go in? Because it was just 1, 2, 3 and in. I think I just took lead because you were too busy crying behind me. Standard. And it was. Anyway, what else is there? What else were people moaning about? No, it wasn't bad, was it? The wall balls were good in a good area after mitt.
People came off finishing. Well, hey, they didn't have mini protein bars at the end in the recovery area. I noticed it was apple or banana. Who wants that at the end?
We both did.
We had it because it was
Both ate
there.
it.
I didn't eat banana. I had a bit of
And
apple.
a Red Bull.
You had a Red Bull. Oh, that end feeling. But no, I thought it was a decent venue. We met up with some good people, didn't we? So my favourite venue was actually Manchester still, if I'm really honest. Is this one tops yours now then, the way it laid out this time?
No.
No, you didn't like it as well?
No, I prefer it where it's really simple to work out what's where.
Yeah.
But it wasn't difficult.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't difficult to work out where to go. All of it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the order of the workouts to do them.
Yeah.
Maybe the wall balls not, but it might have been. But the wall balls, you went in a different entrance on wall balls.
Yeah.
Again, that might sound a little bit confusing, but that was pretty straightforward
It was
as well.
so straightforward.
Everything was straightforward. There wasn't any point where we ran the wrong way.
No.
Which we have done at
Manchester, we did that. We
Yeah.
still got a PB there, but anyway.
So yeah, everything was laid out well, and yeah, can't fault Hyrox, can't fault anything about it. And if you
Yeah.
are thinking of booking one on, the hardest bit's getting tickets. But yeah, do your best to get your tickets and get involved.
Oh, and thank you to everyone that came up to us.
Yeah,
That
it was really
so
nice. Amount of people who've come up saying they've been watching the YouTube or Instagram, or that Instagram's what's got them into doing an actual Hyrox event.
Yeah.
And yeah, we appreciate. It's nice when people are saying nice things.
I know. We'll do a video on for
No, that will help him.
your Instagram as well to say thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And it's just, we're inspiring people apparently.
Trying. We're inspiring the people who are new to Hyrox and new to exercise, and that's who we're really trying to help into.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're new to it, then check out some of the other videos. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you all soon.